very sorry to read in today's morning newspaper in Sydney about the death of an Australian soldier, Lance Corporal Jason Marks, who was shot in a firefight with the Taliban. This is a sad day for a lot of Australians, but it also raises a lot of questions about our role in Afghanistan, which really are not being discussed publicly. The first thing I wondered about after learning of the death of Lance Corporal Jason Marks in Afghanistan was how many Afghanis have been killed since the war began. And do you know what? It's incredibly hard to find that number. The reason it's hard is that no one is counting. All we do know is that a new American commander was appointed last year to oversee the invasion, a guy called Dan McNeil. He initiated a lot of bombing raids on the dwellings of Afghanis, killing numerous civilians, including women and children. His nickname is Bomber McNeil. So on that level, I think we've got to ask some deeper questions about the role of Australia in aiding and abetting the occupation. The other thing to say about Afghanistan now is that the government we've imposed, a guy called Hamid Karzai, is a puppet governor. He has no authority outside Kabul. So what's going on here? What are we actually fighting for? Thirdly, the people of Afghanistan themselves don't want us to be there, but who's listening to them? And the style of government we're trying to impose, which is a presidential style of government, isn't suited to a country which is tribalized, which has a very strong sense of its own culture and what it wants. So all in all, I think the picture is murky and grim. On top of that human rights groups last year discovered that the actions of our forces had killed more Afghanis, that is more Afghani civilians, than the number of Afghanis that had been killed by the Taliban. In other words, we're doing more killing against the civilians than anyone else. And when Australian senior officers talk about our role there, they always talk about reconstruction. The truth is, hardly any reconstruction is being undertaken in Afghanistan. What we are involved in is deconstruction. So I'm very sorry about the death of Lance Corporal Jason Marks, but at least I know his name. And as for all the Afghanis that are being killed, we don't even know how many. We will certainly never know their names or how they feel about our attempts to turn the country around. Welcome to the future.